Hello everybody, and thank you very much for watching. In this video I decided to demonstrate how my DeX setup is, what I have connected to my DeX setup, how I use it, and just basically this is one of these videos that I just decided to record and sit down, press record, and recording without any plans whatsoever. So anything can happen. At the moment I do have a light with a switch. Just attached to a table because I need some light obviously, but usually this room is completely black, and maybe I'm putting the blinds up and down depending if it's day or night. So my DeX setup. At the moment I am using just a standard USB keyboard and a mouse because my Bluetooth Microsoft designer keyboard and a mouse having a bit of a malfunction, more specifically the mouse. The left click just not always working, so I decided just to disconnect because it gives me frustrations. Right, first thing, monitor. This is a 34 inches ultra wide Samsung monitor connected to a desk monitor mount, and I can swing around. This arm supports up to 27 inches monitors weighing up to 6 kilos. 34 inches Samsung ultra wide monitor weighs 6.9, so it's just a bit less than extra kilo, and it sometimes feels that fragile, but it does the job. So I can move it around, so I can set this way up, I can obviously tilt, and obviously I'm always trying to make it level. Even right now I don't think it's leveled, so that's how it is. If I swing around this way and expose what's behind it, basically LED lights. I will demonstrate to you how they all working. The USB-C to HDMI hub using cable ties attached to the mount. Lots of cables going through there, and that's where the mouse and keyboard connected. There is the power going to this USB-C hub, and the another USB cable goes to a 10-port USB hub there. So all this I try to hide as much as possibly can behind the monitor because I don't like a lot of cables just all over the place. So this is it, and as you can see it is a bit wobbly because the monitor weighs more than this arm supports, but it does work. And to be honest, this is a one arm monitor mount. I'm now thinking I wish I bought the two monitor mounts because I found the way how I can use dual monitor setup with the DeX. I probably already published this video, or if I'm not published this video by the time you're watching this, so stay tuned and subscribe because the video I'll demonstrate how I can use dual screen setup with DeX. So not only DeX, but I mean, you know what I mean. So this is that, just Bluetooth soundbar, which is not working, sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, so it's flaky. So I'm using just the connected via cable, USB type B, connected to the USB hub, and sound comes through the USB cable instead of connecting via Bluetooth. So this is there, and a lot of cables, and obviously LED lights, so it's there. So obviously I can then, when I move it around to there, I can basically use this without no problems, and I can obviously raise it up or lower it down depending what I'm actually doing. So right, that's this. Obviously keyboard and a mouse, no problems. I do have, like I said, a 10-port USB hub just connected here with a very short orange looking light USB cable, which actually came in with my Ring doorbell camera. So I'm using this with this wireless pad. So I'm just plug it in like this. Let me quickly plug that in. And it just sits here, and I can charge my Note 9 when I'm here. I put my Note 9 in this wireless charging dock, and my Note 9 charging while I'm using DeX, obviously with my monster Galaxy Tab S6. So so this is there. Let me quickly move the camera a bit there. So right, so come on, right. So, and everything is right now is turned off because I'm using the Google Mini smart speaker to control everything. So, hey Google, turn main switch on.
Okay, turning the main switch on.
Main switch is basically wall socket. So wall socket turns on, and I'm using the smart plug which tracks the usage. So I can basically in some way prove my missus that my setup is much cheaper to run, let's say, than a fridge or a microwave or kettle. but it's just for me to know how much electricity I'm using with all this connected. So all the power of all the devices that I'm using with DeX goes via that switch, and I know how much electricity I'm using, except obviously Google Speaker, because it's connected to a second one and it's always turned on because I need to control it. Hey Google, turn monitor on.
Sorry, it looks like the monitor isn't available right now.
Because, and that's the problem, I need to figure out how to fix it. When the main switch goes off, all the other smart plugs goes off. When the main switch goes on, I need to give some time for all the rest of the smart plugs to be able to turn on. So this is a bit of the downside, and the Google Assistant not allowing you to add into the, let's say, routines, the waiting time. So let's try again. Hey Google, cancel. Turn monitor on.
Sorry, it looks like the monitor isn't available right now.
Don't tell me I need to turn it manually. Right, okay, let's, this is the, one of these things that sadly, I need to figure out how to do it, but I'm just gonna turn it on manually. Just give me 2 seconds. So monitor on. Oops, you cannot. Okay, this is strange. It doesn't work. So what the hell has happened? So that's on. So monitor. Okay, monitor, where are you? That's where you are. Okay, let me turn you manually. So I think I turned the monitor manually. This is unexpected, but so far, okay, so it's connected finally. So this is the downside. When I turn the main switch off, it just shuts all the rest of the plugs off. So this is not that great, but believe me, the main switch only goes off during the night, or when I know I'm not going to be at home for let's say rest of the day. I'm just turning off because I don't want to just waste electricity with no reason. Right, hey Google, turn desk light on. So there's a light which is just turns on. It just basically puts the light on this wall, and I just like, it's not really putting a lot of strain on my eyes when I need to use it, and plus monitor brightness is a bit lower down, so it's all fine. Hey Google, turn desk light off. So I'm gonna use this clamped one just for rest of the video purpose, but usually I use this small LED light here, which is just illuminates everything. Another thing, hey Google, turn off this Chromecast.
To watch or listen to something on TV, make sure that your Chromecast is linked in the Google Home app. Then say,
Hey Google, stop. Another downside, because the main switch was off, there is a Chromecast. So if I turn the Google or Office Chromecast on, what this actually happens is turns this monitor on with Google Chromecast Ultra already connected to it. Plus, I do have this one. This is the Google Stadia Founders Edition controller, so I can straight away jump into the game if I want to. So if I'm gonna turn the controller on, controller vibrates, and I'm gonna play some games. Obviously, this monitor is not very suitable. Well, it is suitable for gaming, but obviously gamers wants the bigger screen. But sometimes I just want to just do a bit of blasting and shooting and etc. I just use this one for now, and plus at the moment doesn't have the speakers connected, but I do have a speakers usually connected to this monitor, so when I'm playing I can obviously no problems go and play. So while it's loading, this is happening. So right now I do have my monitor connected. I do have, let's say, desk light turned on. I can go and obviously plug in my tablet. So I'm just gonna plug the tablet in. Come on, can't find, right. So tablet plugged in, it's charging, any second I should get DeX. And everything that is connected behind it, I use the USB Type-C female to male extension cable for me to actually connect the tablet, because I like the cable to be basically a like long cable. Then it's no putting any strain, any tension on the connection if I'm gonna use just the built-in one. I hope you what I mean, well you mean anyway. Like I said, this video is not planned. I just decided to record it and just see how it goes. So, right, this is fine. This is working. So we're just gonna actually turn the Chromecast off. So let's turn that off. Right, that's light off. Another thing, LEDs behind the monitor. So if I go into the office lights, and I'm gonna say office desk light, on and off. And if I turn this off and turn that on, I get my LED lights, which I actually change in color depending on, well, I set up that the colors will change depending on my wallpaper. So it picked up a lot of samples of my wallpaper and started to made a sample for me to use it. These LED lights is not smart lights, it's not Wi-Fi lights, it's just the basic LED lights with USB to power, which is going to a 10-port wall socket extension, and is just basically powering up. And I set everything up using the app, and it's just doing that thing. So let's turn that off and turn that on. So obviously, if I do gaming on my DeX, I use the Microsoft Xbox One Bluetooth controller. This is one of the best, or nearly probably the best gaming controller you can use with Android, because if the game do not support this controller, it means it will not support controllers at all, period. Because from my testing, Xbox controller, there is a bigger chance the game to support this controller than any other. Right, so this is there. Obviously, I'm not sure if you can see. Let me move the camera. There's a printer here. So if I need to print some stuff, the print is connected to the wall socket. But at the moment, it's not smart wall socket. So I need to go and flick the switch to turn the printer on. And I'm printing wirelessly from the printer. A couple of more things. I do have obviously this is from a microphone that I need to use. I do have here on the right hand side the HP Elite X3 lap dock, just in case if I want to just test some bits out. For me, quicker is to get DeX working with the tablet on this device than getting all this set up. I'm still, like I said, I'm not sure if I actually said in the beginning of this video that this setup is not 100% completed yet, because I am thinking in replacing the desktop arm mount from single one to dual one, because like I said about dual desktop, dual screen setup, because then I can use this. This is the we maxed it portable touchscreen monitor, and it does have the base mount. So as you can see, there is a couple of holes and then other two hiding behind it. So my idea is going to be use one here on this side and use one on this side. So it's going to be 3 monitors connected. So main one is going to be ultra wide. This is going to be a first monitor or second monitor, and another side will be a third monitor. I'm going to use them when I am inside the Shadow Cloud Gaming service, because there is a way to have a 3 monitor setup with the Shadow Cloud Gaming service. And I'm not sure if I recorded this video yet. So please stay tuned and subscribe if you're not done yet, because free setup on the Shadow PC, it is a bit quirky. It requires a bit of messing around, but it works for work purpose, for productivity purpose, perfect. Not for gaming, but for productivity, perfect. Yes, the lap dock. So it's here and it's permanently connected on charge to the wall socket that is not smart yet. I need to get a smart plug. So my idea is, if when I'm going somewhere and I'm leaving office, I can say turn the main switch off and everything turns off. Or I'm saying I'm going on a break, something like this. I'll be back, for example. So it's going to turn certain things off to use less electricity, but main switch will still be on, because like I said, when you're coming in and you're asking to turn, let's say, a light after I turn the main switch off, it requires a bit of time for other smart sockets to reconnect to my Wi-Fi. Right, anything else? Pretty much that's it. So smart speaker, controlling all the bits that I need, and this is my setup. I'm using, by the way, the microphone stand to hold my phone, because my Note 9 is basically, I'm recording all the videos with Note 9, and I'm using this I don't really know the name of this. I can't really pronounce correctly. It's Laveriel. I don't know. Anyways, it's a basically clip-on mic which just go straight into my Note 9, and I'm recording the videos this way. And rest of what is behind the camera, it's a bit messy, and to be honest, I don't really want to show you, but it is a bit messy. It requires a bit of tidying up and getting all the cables and wiring and everything sorted. But here we are. This is my DeX setup. If you have any questions or suggestions or anything, please leave them down the description in the comment section below. Don't forget there is a Reddit group, subreddit, by the name of Samsung DeX, and there is one of the post flags with the name My Setup. And some of the setup that people shared, I mean, they're amazing. And if you set something amazing and you think this is brilliant thing, what I'm trying to say, I would like you to share your DeX setups inside the subreddit Samsung DeX under flag My Setup, because I love to see how you're setting up your DeX. So this is what's happening. So let's say, for example, I'm gonna say, hey Google, turn monitor off.
Sure, turning off the monitor.
I'll just unplug this, and now I know that everything is turned off except the main switch, because I don't know, maybe I'll come back in this office an hour later. So when I'm coming back, I'm going to say, hey Google, turn monitor on.
Okay, turning the monitor on.
Turn desk light on. Turn the desk light off. And obviously, because it's a smart speaker, I can listen pretty much anything I want. I can ask the speaker to play something on YouTube or Spotify or just local radio station. Or if I'm using obviously Chromecast Ultra, if I want to watch something, I'm just saying, okay, speaker, listen, I want you to show me something on the Office Chromecast. And that's how it's happening. And this is my DeX setup. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know anything, just let me know anything you want in the description, in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the very near future. Merry Christmas, by the way.